ready with me, or maybe just a tutorial. I don't know yet. I don't really ever do anything super special with my hair. I usually just blow dry it and straighten it, so I don't feel like that's entertaining to watch. So maybe this is just gonna be a makeup tutorial. But in my last Sephora haul, I purchased, ooh, I almost dropped it. This right here, this is the Kat Von D Shade and Light Eye. I think these are called the Quads, but I bought this here and everybody, well, not everybody, but a lot of people wanted to see a tutorial using it. And I actually, just recently, this hasn't been in a haul yet, but purchased this one, which is also Kat Von D Shade and Light, but this is in the Plum color, this is in the Rust color. So I think I'm actually gonna use this one today instead of this one, because this one is just a little bit more spring/summer appropriate, whereas this one's a little bit more fall. Like, it screams fall to me. It's beautiful. But I think I'm gonna do the purple one today, if that's okay with you guys. I just got out of the shower, so my hair is still wet. It's back in a bun. I have my moisturizer and my toner on, but I don't have anything else. So let's get started. Okay, so I'm gonna use 2 facial primers and 1 eye primer. I know that is excessive, but I start out with the Benefit Professional to kind of fill in my pores. This has been like a holy grail face primer for me, gosh, for years and years and years, but there really is nothing like it. So what I do is I get it and I press it into the areas of my face where I have large pores, and it fills in those pores. And it smells good and it leaves behind like a silky finish. I love it so much. While that's drying, I'm going to prime my eyes, and this is almost gone, but I just bought another one. This is the NARS Smudge Proof Eyeshadow Base Eyeshadow Primer. Or eyelid primer, I don't know exactly what it's called, but I love this stuff. This is like my holy grail. I have recommended this to so many people and they all love it. This is like a godsend if you have oily eyelids. It really is one of the only things that I have found that completely leaves my eyelids crease proof, and it's clear, so it works for all skin tones. I just rub it all around. I wrap it around the inner corner of my eye and underneath, and my eyeshadow, I swear to you, it doesn't move at all. Okay, second face primer is the Hourglass Veil Mineral Primer. This is also like the 3rd bottle of this that I've gone through. It has a pump, but mine is almost gone, so the pump no longer works. This was part of my Project Pan for 2016, not because I didn't like it, but because I had so many, oh my gosh, it's not coming out. What the heck? I'm literally like down to the bottom of this. Okay, because I have so many other face primers that I really do want to use, but this stuff is so good. It's great for oily skinned girls. It's water, it's not waterproof, but it's water repellent. Is that the right word? So it really helps when you're sweating, and it helps to keep all those oils like controlled. I love it so much. So next up is foundation and concealer. So this is like my holy grail. This is just like a tutorial full of holy grails. Foundation, this is the Lancome Tint Idol Ultra 24-Hour Makeup. I use the color 210 Buff. This again is like the 3rd bottle of this that I've gone through. It's just the best foundation for oily skinned girls. So I put 2 pumps on the back of my hand, and then I use a damp beauty blender, and I put a dot on the major parts of my face. And there's usually a bunch left, but I use that to blend down my neck as well, because this foundation, although it's almost a perfect color match for me, it is a little bit on the yellow side. They do have cool tone versions, but the cool tone that's the right like shade for me is just, it's too pink. So, but this is, I mean, it's a pretty dang close color match, but I just like to blend it down into my neck as well. So this foundation is like one of the only foundations I have owned that actually keeps my skin pretty matte, or like a satiny finish for, I mean, not 24 hours, but for a good chunk of the day, at least like 8 to 10 hours. So I love it. If you have oily skin, definitely check it out. They also make it in a stick version. I have the stick version, but I haven't tried the stick version yet. Now it's time to conceal these ugly, ugly under eyes. So both of these are Urban Decay Naked Skin concealers. One of them is a color corrector in the color pink, and the other one is just the normal concealer in the color light neutral. So what I do, and this is almost gone too, I'm like scraping it. I even took out the stopper and I'm scraping it. So I put this all over my under eyes and then on any spots on my face that I feel like need a little bit of coverage. So usually like around my nose, and then any pimples or dark spots or anything like that that I want to cover up. And then before I blend that in, I go in with a color corrector and I just put the teeniest bit underneath my eyes. That way I get a little bit of brightness, and because the Urban Decay Naked Concealers are mostly yellow, like warm undertones, this kind of neutralizes it out for me since I am cool toned and I have a lot of pink in my skin. This helps the concealer to blend a little bit better as far as color goes. So I do that, and then I blend it in with that same beauty blender. I don't rinse it out or anything like that, and I just blend everything together. Now it's time to set everything and make sure it doesn't crease, and it just kind of helps to control the oil a little bit more. So under my eyes, I use the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder. I have used this for years, and I was so sad because this was featured in somebody's products I regret purchasing, and I was like, no, you're not using it right. So you only need the teeniest, tiniest bit. Like, I'm just gonna use what's left in the lid, scrape it out with my brush, and set one of my under eyes with that, because if you go overboard, yeah, it looks bad, you get flashback. But if you just use the teeniest, tiniest bit, it sets your under eyes, and it's so super finely milled and soft that it doesn't crease, and it just looks so good. This is the second tub of this I've gone through, and I mean, it lasts for like a year and a half. For face makeup, I'm going to use another product that was in my project pan. So this is the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Natural in the color Medium Plus. You can tell this is so old because it's the old packaging. I like this powder, but I don't love this powder. I mean, it used to be a holy grail for me. I've gone through probably 2 or 3 of these because I love it so much. But it is really, really heavy, and it can tend to look cakey when you use it as a setting powder, which is typically what I use powders for. So it's good. It's great if you want like a super duper full coverage. You can tell this is leaving me like completely full coverage. But I think I won't repurchase it for a while because I have a ton of other setting powders that I want to get through. Now it's time for brows. I look quite silly without my brows. So this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Definer in the color Taupe. This is their new brow pencil where it has like the triangular shape on it. I love this brow pencil. I think I like it more than the Brow Wiz. It's just, it is the best. It makes coloring in my eyebrows so easy and so quick. Because my eyebrows are blonde and they're pretty much non-existent, I'm not the kind of person who can just kind of lightly brush through my brows with like a gel and that be it. I have to completely color my brows in, so having a bigger pencil makes it much easier. I can't talk and color my brows in at the same time, so I'm just gonna do this real quick. Okay, now it's time for eyeshadow, and I just swatched them on the back of my hand and then I wiped them off, and I had never swatched this before. This color is super, super creamy, but this dark color is like kind of chalky, so I'm curious to see how that's going to apply. Okay, so I'm gonna start with this lightest color in the palette. It's called Highlight. Oh, I think it's supposed to be a highlight color. I don't care, I'm going to apply it all over my lid. And this is a flat shader brush from Sigma. So that's the good thing about makeup, is there's no rules, you do what you want. So I'm gonna use the highlight color as an all over lid color, because why not? My eyelashes are kind of like all stuck together from the shower. So anyways, okay, now I'm gonna go in with this color here. I love this color. It's swatched a lot darker than I was expecting. This is called the base color, but I'm gonna use it as a crease color, because again, why not? And this brush is a Sigma E35. So it's a tapered blending brush. So far, I really like that. So now I'm gonna stick with that same color and go in with a pencil brush and do my lower lash line. So that way there's like consistency with the colors. I feel like you could stop right here and make this just a really pretty, like everyday kind of wearable color look, but I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna make it nice and smoky. So I think I'm gonna go in with this kind of taupey purple color. This is called the contour color, and I'm going to deepen the outer V of my eye. And I'm using the Morphe M433 brush to do that. These colors are a lot darker than they look in the pan, or maybe I'm just so dang fair. This is just a clean, fluffy blender brush. I'm just gonna blend out the edges a little bit to make it nice and seamless. And while I'm on that color, I'm gonna go in with a different pencil brush and apply that to the like outer 1/3 of my lower lash line, just to kind of get that same effect of like light to dark, but on my lower lash line as well. Last step for eyeshadow is highlight. I'm gonna go back to the color that's supposed to be for highlighting, which is what I used all over my lid, and a clean Sigma E40 brush, and just apply that right underneath my brow bone, nice and diffused. That way, you know, it doesn't look too harsh, but that way I have a little bit of a highlight, and also to the inner corner of my eye. Now I'm gonna line my lower waterline, and this is a brand new eyeliner pencil from Makeup Forever. I bought this kit right here that comes with 4 of them. This is their Aqua XL waterproof, long-lasting eye pencils. I've seen a lot of swatch videos with these, and I'm like, oh my god, I need this. This is the purple one. This is in the color M80, and I'm just gonna line my lower waterline. I like that a lot. So now it's time for lashes, and of course I have my eyelash extensions, but they definitely need a little bit of brushing because they're kind of stuck together. I also have a lot of lashes gone. I have a lash appointment this coming Wednesday, so it's been about 3 weeks since I've gotten a fill, and this is the time when my lashes look the worst and they're the most sparse. So I apologize for that, but they're still pretty full. Last step for eyes is lower lashes. So this is the Clinique, I always forget what it's called because the name isn't on it, but it's the lower lash mascara. So since this look is so smoky, I want to make sure my lower lashes don't get lost. So that's why I'm applying this, but usually I actually skip lower lash mascara. Now it's time to bronze up and contour this pasty face. So for bronzer, I'm using my Holy Grail Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil and a big fluffy bronzing brush. This, since my face is so fair, I'm just going to apply like pretty much all over, but I focus on the hollows of my cheeks, like right here, and then down my neck, under my chin, my décolleté to make sure everything matches, nice and matchy-matchy, and then the hairline of my hair. For contouring, I'm gonna go to the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, and this is just a like stubby duo fiber stippling brush, and I'm gonna use this middle color right here. Ah, dropping makeup everywhere. Ah! And for this, I just start like right here on the top of my ears, and kind of like if I had sideburns, where my sideburns would start, and I aim towards the corner of my mouth. But I don't go all the way down, I stop kind of like right there, and then I buff it out. For blush, I'm gonna use 2 different color blushes. So the first one is the Estee Edit Barest Blush in the color First Lover. And then the second one is the Clinique Cheek Pop in the color Heather Pop. This is a brand new blush, the Estee Edit one is, and I have been loving it. It is just like the lightest, perfect, like everyday blush color. So you can see it gives you just a little bit of warmth, a little bit of color. This color First Lover is just like, you could wear it with any eye look, any lip look. It's not gonna compete with anything. It's not too heavy. It's beautiful, I love it. And then because I'm excessive, I'm gonna go in with Heather Pop and just put that right on the apples of my cheeks to add a little bit of pink in there. Last step for cheeks is highlighter. So this is the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in the color Moonstone. This is one of my favorite highlighters. So I'm just gonna highlight my cheeks today. That's pretty much all I usually highlight because I have oily skin and my skin just kind of like naturally highlights throughout the day. But I just kind of swoop it around my eye like this and then on top of my blush. Last step is lips, and my lips are actually quite dry today, so I hope that this isn't dried out too much. I'm going to use the Urban Decay Naked Lip Liner and the new Too Faced Melted Matte Lipstick in the color Queen Bee. I haven't used this yet, so that's why I'm like, I hope it doesn't dry my lips out too bad. And I know these colors don't really match all that well, but I didn't have anything to match Queen Bee, so we'll go with it. I actually think I really like this lipstick. The color surprises me. It's a little bit more on the purpley side than I was expecting, but it feels really lightweight and like not heavy on the lips, and hopefully it doesn't dry me out. So that is the finished makeup look. I'm gonna go ahead and do my hair and get dressed, and then I'm gonna come back and show you guys the finished look. All right guys, well here is the finished look with hair. I put a dress on, and I really like it. I'm actually really liking this Too Faced lipstick. My lips were kind of chapped and peely to begin with, so that's kind of a bummer, but it dried down pretty matte. I mean, almost completely matte, and it's not like sticky or heavy, so I really like it. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. Give this video a big thumbs up if you like tutorials so that I can film more of them. I kind of stopped filming tutorials for a little bit because they weren't getting as many views as other videos, but I really like to film them. So if you guys like to, let me know down below. Give this video a big thumbs up, and I'll talk to you in my next video. Bye guys!